how do I organise my fridge as a wheelchair user? I know that might sound ridiculous, but to be honest, when I was a teenager, I'd want to nosy about this stuff. And to be honest, if you're not disabled, I bet you want to have a look as well. So I'm going to show you. One thing to note before we get started is that I used to have, like, you know, one of those small fridges. So it's like from your waist height down to the floor would be the freezer, and then above that would be a small fridge on top. And for me, because I know people look at my fridge that's like a double door and they're like, why do you need all that when you live on your own? I know, but I'll show you the fact that like there's shelves on each side rather than down below and up high. I can actually reach more, even though obviously it's really tall and there are some things that I just can't reach. So that's the first thing, is I know these are expensive. It definitely took me some time to save up for it, but to me it's worth it because I can literally get more food, like I can access food, whereas with my small fridge and freezer, I could only reach like maybe half of a shelf just because I was reaching so low or so high. So that's the first thing to note, is the type of appliance that you choose is definitely worth trying it before you buy it. If you can, obviously you can't always do that. But yeah, I love my fridge. I think it's a Logic, I'll check, but it's a Logic fridge. Got it myself. And it's one of the best things in my kitchen, because before, as I said, it just felt like I wasn't able to ask people to batch cook for me because I didn't have enough freezer space and I couldn't reach it. Whereas now, I can literally have meals on the go, they're fresh, they're a lot healthier, whatever healthy is, I don't like that conversation. But yeah, it's just changed my life. So let's have a nosy. Let me show you what I have, and I'll show you where I put things and why. Let's go. I've actually got these handles that I put on myself from Amazon. I've actually got a link, so I will link it. It is an affiliate link, just to let you know. But yes, it has definitely helped with my arthritis, rather than like pulling this, which I can do, but it hurts my fingers. I can literally just do this. So that is great. Right, let's open it and see. So, okay, how do we do this? First of all, alcohol is right at the top. Just because if I don't really drink on my own anyway, I have friends with me. So there's no point putting that, like, taking the most accessible space at that point. The main rule for me with my fridge is the heaviest stuff is at my height. So this water is really heavy, but I love having filtered water. I know, hashtag privilege, lol. But yeah, I like having that, and it's heavy to pour, but I can do it on a good day, and it's worth it for me to have, like, you know, water whenever I want it. Ooh. Then obviously milk for my cup of tea. Then I've got a spare milk up there, and I'll swap that once I've done with that. And then the orange juice is just a little add-on that I really like to, as you can tell, make sure I'm hydrated. And just having other people to set that up for me means that I've got it when I want it. And then all my condiments are up there because it's kind of heavy, but I can do it if I raise my chair. And obviously we love a condiment, so I want that to be, you know, accessible. Then the next thing is anything that's like second row is more things that's like easy to grab myself. So it's easy to grab the cheese, it's quite light, and it's easy to grab the packet. Same with the chocolate and the Coke. But if you move down here, this is where, like, it's hard to grab things like these tomatoes and fresh things. So I tend to just, like, use my hands and make sure I can reach that, because I don't know, I don't like the idea of like using my grabber to get fresh fruit. Obviously, I do clean my grabber, but not as often as I like to admit. Oh, then what have we got here? So this is my dumping ground, because obviously this is the most accessible place. I've got like a bit of everything, so like strawberries, I've got ham for any sandwiches, I've got little Philadelphia snack things, I've got chicken. I love having cooked chicken so that I can make, chicken pasta or something. And then we've got like sausage rolls and sausages, just things that I can pick at. I just hate the idea of like being really hungry and not having the energy to do anything if no one's here to help me. I also just want to add here that I've got like a box on the right with a handle on, and I use that for accessibility so that I can get the stuff out better on that right side. If I was rich, I would have them everywhere in the fridge, but yeah, I'm working on that. Then at the bottom, we've got like the heaviest things. So these are things that I'm very rarely gonna use on my own, but it's there, I can get it if I need it. So these are the big lemonade, which I'm probably not gonna use on my own, the onions and the potatoes. And then the bottom drawer we just completely dismissed, just because as well, the drawer I can actually like open it and go inside. So I'd probably only do that if I had something where friends were coming round for a party, or, I needed something in the fridge, but I don't necessarily have to access it. So yeah, that's kind of, it's messy, it's not, Gordon Ramsay wouldn't be proud of it, but I bloody love it. And wait, let me put you back on the counter. So, that's my fridge. I know, like, yeah, it's not anything special, but if you followed my journey, you'll know that I have, I've gained so much independence in the last 3 years, I would say. And it's very overwhelming in the best way. And I like to show people what I do to be more independent, and if that kind of helps anyone or makes you think, oh, if Jem does it this way, maybe I could do it another way or this way. I think it's really important to try and, even if you've got people that can help you do things, like doing little bits on your own, it just gives you that thrill if you want to do that. I'm not saying that you have to, but I have gained so much happiness by doing little things myself. So yeah, I hope that was interesting. If it wasn't, never mind. And if you enjoyed this, please give it a like, subscribe if you want to see more. And don't forget, I have a Patreon, so if you want to join the community, if you feel like you need other people that experience similar things to me, then I'm your gal. Come and join the group. We do live streams, we chat to each other. So yeah, come and join me if you would like it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!